What up again, everybody? Third video I'm making tonight. Basically all about the same shit, just different products. Just playing catch up on everything I've missed, and there's probably a ton of stuff that I'm not even going to get to tonight. But I'm gonna talk about the stuff I think you guys would like to see. And first, what we talked about was the Copper Able from Avid Life and the Succubus RDA. That actually turned into two videos because it's my newest pickup. I love it and just ended up rambling on about it. Um, like I've said before, I'm not really about doing super in-depth reviews like, do you have an AV symbol right here and there's 75 indent, like, that's not what I'm about. I'm about telling you if I like something, if I'm happy I purchased it, because I purchase everything, and hopefully it'll help you make your decision if you would like to purchase something or not. That's really it. I'm not here, I said in the last video, I'm not here to get popular off of this shit. I really don't have the time to be popular. I don't. I am good where I'm at as far as popularity. I do it just to help people out. I know YouTube helped me out a lot with, things I was going to purchase and everything else. So that's that. Like I said, we talked about the Copper Able and the Succubus RDA, the mech mods. So I was thinking I'm going to put everything in this one video, but I'm going to make two more videos. One is going to be about the two boxes that I got, and the other is going to be about the two other mech mods that I got. And then at some point in there, maybe this one, probably the next one, because one of the mech mods I got is going to be short. You'll see why in the next video, but I'm going to talk about the 521 build station from Coilmaster. There's a ton of videos on this, but I want to talk about it because I love it and it's awesome. Alright, so the boxes that I got. We'll go with this bad boy first. I just purchased this yesterday. Well, actually 2 days ago. But I haven't stopped using it, so I've used it enough to give you my opinions on it. Like I normally drip all the time. I don't even use tanks. I rarely use a tank, if I use a tank. I used to have 10 tanks. I only have one now, and that's the TFV4 Mini. And I rarely use it. And if I do, it's on my DNA 200. But I can't even tell you the last time I used it. Even though the Clapton coils in that thing are banging, I love it. That's my favorite coil out of all of them by far. But because I haven't used tanks and I don't really enjoy using a tank like that, I mean, it's not that I don't enjoy it. I just much rather drip. And since I got the easy dripper for the car, I don't have to, use the tank while I'm driving, and I'm still not dripping and driving. So there really hasn't been any reason for me not to do what I like, and that's drip. But I was sort of, I was, whenever I seen the Nebox, the any box, I really don't know the correct name for it. It caught my eye. It really did, because I mean, this catches your eye. You're like, whoa, it's got a tank built into it. It's just an awesome little device. It's 60 watts. I got it on 50.5 now, with a dead battery, but it's got temperature control. It's just everything you need, and the tank, it holds 10 mils. I can go through vaping this pretty much all day in between using my mechs and everything else. On one or two tanks, I went through 3 batteries before I had to refill this tank. And I am a heavy vapor. Heavy. I vape probably 300 mils a week, if not more. Nah, if not a little less. What am I? But I vape a lot. But yeah, I use them the LG HG2s in here, and they last me a long time. Where do I begin with this thing? All right, I've been looking into one for a while. I went to the vape shop I go to, Major Flavor in Riverside, and I seen they had them. 1-2 days went by, and I was like, you know what? Or no, 1-2 days went by. Then I seen they had the red one, and if you haven't noticed, red is my favorite color. I love red. It's just awesome. Red is red, but I seen they had the red one, and I was like, I'll be back tomorrow to get it. So I went back the next day, and they had them at a really good price, actually. I think, if I have my other phone on me, I think like the price point on these is like 50 to 60 bucks. But you know, at vape shop, you pay your local stores and everything a little bit more. They're not like a, e-ciggity or a Viper Vape or DNA. What is it? Vape, whatever the damn website is. But they are they can't afford to buy 5,000 or something, so they're not getting it as cheap, so they gotta pay a little more. They gotta pay a landlord. They gotta do this. And my vape shop is awesome because they have a ISO 7 lab in it now. They have, air hockey and all that, so it's a chill spot. I do not mind paying a couple dollars extra for, the experience of going there, and because they're just awesome people, and it's awesome. So I seen they had a red one. I went back the next day to pick it up, and I they actually they have the, I think I have one here just so I could show you. Give me a second. Yeah, they have the company's Atom. Get all I have working with fucking groomers, but the company is Atom. It's the gold Clapton coil, 0.5, 0.5, 25 to 45, but I've had it at 50 watts. And they switch them out. So the coil that comes with it, and it's a regular Kanger coil, I think it's the OCC coil or whatever. They switch it out, take that one out, give you a Clapton coil with it, which is the coil that I have in here. I bought an extra one, even though they were telling me, and I believe them, that they last a long while. So switched out the coil, primed up the coil, started vaping it at 25 watts. Great taste, kept on cranking it up, and it's not as restricted of a draw as I thought. And like I've said before, I like a airy draw, and this is just fine for me. Would I like it a little more airier? Yeah, sure, but this is just fine. I've went hours. Like last night, I was playing Call of Duty for 3-4 hours. Didn't vape anything but this, and it worked great. Didn't even get done half a tank. Well, in them 3-4 hours, and it's just an awesome, little device. You get your tank set up in it. It's easy to maintain, and it's just a cool little setup. I got a Dynasty drip tip on here. Obviously, this isn't what comes on it. It comes on with a regular Delrin, or I believe it's Delrin. It might be plastic. Yeah, so $56 online. I paid, I think, 66, so $10 extra, but I didn't have to wait for it, and I got it right there. But it's just awesome. It really is. Anybody looking for a starter setup, definitely pick this. I would suggest this over the Kanger starter box. I don't know why. I've never used a Kanger box, but this just seems, more easy to carry around, more, you're just starting vaping. You can't, it's harder to break. I mean, unless you catch something right where the glass is, it's harder to break. It's just an awesome setup. Now there is one gripe, and it's not really a gripe, like I said about other things. I say it's a gripe because I see like it bothering other people. It doesn't bother me. If you have a coin, you just to change your battery, you just stick it right in that little thing right there. Give it a couple turns. It's actually pretty deep down in there, but and then after you get it a while, you can just turn away your fingers. Yeah, you just switch out your battery this way, and grab another battery, and you just pop in a new battery, and you want to push down while you twist this in. Like you can twist it in with your fingers, and just get it going. And I sort of find myself using a coin more on the shutting of it than the unscrewing of it. And of course it's going to give me some hard ass problem now. I've never once had a problem screwing this in until now, but there you go. So you just screw it in, and just screw it till it stops, and right there it stops. But because of using a coin or whatever, you do get a couple little nicks in there. Not a big deal. Like I said before in the other video, I'm sorry if I'm sniffling. I'm just getting over a cold, and I'm trying not to have boogies flop all over the camera. But yeah, so same way with filling your tank, changing your coil. You just unscrew this other one that's in the corner, and this is actually really easy. A lot of people that are starting up have not a hard time, just it takes a little getting used to how to switch the coil and everything. Right whenever you take off that door, your coil comes out with it. Very simple. Unscrew your old coil, pop a new coil on, find the juice, and to fill it up, you just fill right down the side. And this is a 120 mil right here. I haven't had any problems filling it up. I like to get it as close to the top as possible. And you just pop your coil right back in. And if I heard Mimi, the shop owner, correctly today. She said that Kanger's actually making coils themselves for these. Uh, like I said, the company that makes these ones is Adam. Uh, you could get them online. You can get them probably, at a vape shop or something. Um, they, I may stick to these because they seem, normally after 2 days of vaping out of a tank, I notice a downfall in the way the coil is performing. Not with this. So I'll shut it off and show you. It's a normal setup as far as the menu. 5 clicks on Kangertech. 50 watts up and down. Down is the bottom button. Go down, and up is the top button. Your fire button is the big button at the top, and it performs nice. It's not going to give you no huge clouds, but it's a nice thing. Like me at work, I do not. So many times I brought my mech mods with me. I've dropped the mech mod and I've been pissed as hell. Not with this. It's a $300 mech mod setup versus a $60 thing. I don't know how this would hold up dropping it because it does feel like a little plasticky. I would imagine you could drop it as long as it ain't from 50 feet up in the air, and it would still fire. Let's put it that way. Yeah, 50 watts. And it takes a regular 510 drip tip, so you could put your favorite drip tip in there. Like, this is my favorite, this Dynasty drip tip. I'm looking for a cool red one that matches this, but all the red ones I have are like a darker maroon, not a maroon, but like a darker red. But yeah, it performs really well. That's what I love about it, is that the vapor production for what you're asking it to do, and that's for me because I have I'm not going to say an experienced vapor, but I have multiple setups. I have the knowledge, and what I want whenever I use this is just something to do the job, do what I need to get my nicotine or whatever. If you don't use nicotine, then just get the flavor, and that's it. And it does, and it produces some decent clouds. And I do have the packaging, so I will go over that. This is the packaging that came in. It says Nebox Red Edition. If you get the white one, it says White Edition, Black Edition, blah blah blah. So you slide it open. Has a picture on it, and a bunch of stuff falls out. Soak new coil. It's good a lot of these are coming out. A lot of companies are putting this in there because a lot of people have a hard time understanding how to break in a coil. It comes with, instructions on. I want the mini RBA though. Where is that at in my life? Yeah, so it gives you instructions on, how to put the coil, battery, all that stuff. I haven't messed with temperature control. Actually, whenever I bought a pack of stainless steel, I don't think I have them on me, coils. Jeez. But maybe I'll make another follow-up video on, the temperature control. sort of stay away from temperature control, but with something this small where I'm not trying to, you know, produce a lot of vapor, maybe I won't mind it. But it gives you a breakdown of all your instructions, and they have the black, the white, the red, and I'd say it's a Tiffany blue, a sky blue. And then you have these, which if my buddy Chris at the vape shop never would have told, oh, phone's falling, I never would have guessed. They're so, how the like you could see the battery, even though it's a brown battery, you can cover it up so it looks black. I really could care less about that. What? Oh no, that's not. I thought this was the RBA section. But you have a 0.5. I would guess this would be nickel because it's blue. Nickel coil. You have one of the square boys. What's this? An OCC coil. A 0.5, which is 15 to 60 watts. 0.5 OCC coil. Awesome. I think this is the newer ones. Oh shit! And I got the RBA section. Look, I didn't even open or look at none of this, and I got the RBA section. And you got the awesome ass little RBA Plus section. I might just build this and see what it can do. But yeah, so you got the RBA section, which is awesome because I am actually really gonna build this right now. Well, not on this video because this video is already 21 minutes. Jesus Christ. These videos, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, how these videos end up so long. I really don't. I don't mean for them to be this long every time I actually say this video I'm going to make in less than 20 minutes, and it never ends up like that. Maybe because I talk too much, I throw in too much unneeded shit. I don't know. I think I'm having a good time, you know? So let's try and get this one over in 25 minutes. Alright, so this box, definitely would suggest it. For the price point, you can't go wrong. You can't. I've actually suggested it to 3 people that I know are looking to get a new starter setup. They're the type of vapors that aren't looking to, you know, drip or nothing like that. They have a EVIC or something like that, and I suggested it to them. They really like it, and it's definitely a cool, you know, neat little piece. Even for somebody like me that has multiple setups, it's a cool thing to have. It's a, you know, something that comes in handy a lot, which is surprising. After I bought it, I thought, oh, I'm gonna use this for 15 minutes and never use it again. And the thing is, I don't sell anything that I buy. Like, I don't trade or nothing like that. It just sits. I have piles of shit that are just sitting. So, I thought that, but then I really started using it, and I noticed that I hadn't put it down. Like I said, whenever I played COD, I wasn't dripping in between rounds or nothing like that. I was using this, and I was fine. That's another thing. The airflow is through the bottom here, so if you just heard it, let me see if I can catch it again. You can cover the airflow up with your hand, so you gotta watch out. Hear it, so you just gotta watch out with that. Not a big deal. You could definitely feel it whenever you're doing it, so you just move your thumb or whatever, your pinky or whatever. See, it's surprising. Let's see if I could get this coil. I think it's only up to 45 watts, but let's see if I can get it up to 55. Yeah, it puts out, for a little ass device like this, real quick, let me tell you what it reads down to. I want to say it's 0.5. I may be wrong. That may just be temp mode, but where'd that book go? Let's see if it says it in this. Which this video went over 25 minutes, which I was hoping not, but I want to be able to tell you at least what it goes down to. Resistance, Ni 200 titanium and nichrome, 0.5 to 0.13. Anything above 0.13 ohms power cannot drive to 60 watts. And that's it. Yeah, so it goes, that's not just power, temperature control mode, that's any mode. It reads down to 0.15, which is awesome. That's actually amazes me. So yeah, it's definitely a neat device, and like I said, you get a ton of stuff with it. If I could read you off, you get the box kit, one SSOCC 0.15 sub-ohm coil, another SSOCC 0.5 ohm coil, the RBA section, RBA coil times 2. What? RBA mini plus base times 1, RBA desk accessory, don't know what the hell that is, authenticity code, SSOC caution card, one manual, and one USB cable. All that for $60. You can't beat it. I would definitely suggest this, and this is coming from a super sub-ohmer, somebody that uses mech mods, somebody that, you know, enjoys a hot vape. Definitely, it's definitely a cool pickup. 60 watts temperature control. You can't beat it. You really can't. Awesome little box. I'm going to make another video about the Hexome. Then I'll do the 2 other mechs, and I'm done for the night. Peace.